went on, Sam started to feel like he was being watched in the distance, but he would never see anything out in the woods. There could be something that the Skinwalker is doing that could make him do that. Well, hold on, let's see. Sam started to realize that he was not the only one. Started to realize that he was not the only one living out in the woods. Maybe? Well, yeah, because he would assume that no one else is living out in the woods. Okay, the question is, will Sam know that there is a cult? Probably not. No, he probably won't know about cults or any of that horror stuff. Because of course he is living out in the woods. Plus, he is a 50-year-old man. So, Sam started to realize that there was not only one living... that he was not the only one living out in the woods. And that they were up to something more evil. Maybe not evil, because again, he won't know about this stuff. And, well, maybe we could put... Sam started to realize that he's not the only one living out in the woods, but had a chilling feeling that something bad was gonna happen, maybe. Maybe? Okay, so maybe this was a start. No, because a year went by and there's no... Right, so this would have been the second year. But maybe the cultists forgot... What we could say is that the cultists forgot to clean up after themselves after they did their ritual. Which then made Sam discover this. Because again, this would be covered by a tarp with leaves piled on it. He won't know it. Maybe he doesn't travel. Maybe it's not on the path that you take. And it's on, like, a side of a path that he kind of takes and he's made into his own path. Which, then, yeah, let's go with that. We can go with a path that he makes. So, we need to go... Sam looked around. Sam came across a pentagram that had been used recently. Came across a pentagram that was on the side of his path that he takes. Noticed that it has been recently used to do a ritual on. As Sam looked around, he found that there was a tarp folded up and tied to a tree next to it. Sam looked around, he found that there was a tarp folded up and tied to a tree. Next to it was, the ritual is, yeah. As Sam looked around, he found that there was a tarp folded up and tied to a tree. The ritual is a star inside of a... Oh, hold on, now we need to do... No, this is not the ritual. Sorry, should be the pentagram. Pentagram is a star inside of a circle. It seems to be made of dried blood, and there is a dead goat in the middle of the pentagram. At each point of the star, there is a black candle. On a tree next to the ritual, writing on it has ritual writing on it. Sam was unable to read the paper, and the words were in a different language. Sam started to realize that he was not the only one living out in the woods, but had a bad feeling that something was going to happen. He again felt watched. We'll have this as a last paragraph as well. Maybe he lets some people know about it. He again felt watched. Maybe after that, he took a trip into town, talked, and reported what he found to the cop, to the police. Yeah, that could work. Sam started to realize that he was not the only one out in the woods, but had a feeling that something bad was going to happen. He again felt watched after that, he took a trip into town and reported what he found to the police. The police investigated, but could never find out find out who did this. Who did this? But could never find out who did this. The police investigated, but could never find out who did this. Now we could put in as, like, let's say 5 years went by and Sam was doing his trapping lines again, went through his trapping lines, but suddenly was killed by the figure. So we'll give it like 5 years and then it happens, and then it kind of goes from there. So that is actually basically the whole history of the forest. Any other things I will come back later and do, but for now, this is actually at least good. So after, we probably want to do 5 years went by. Sam was checking his traps, and while he was killed by the... Okay, for now, that is going to be all that we'll do for today's live stream. Next live stream, we will do the dialogue that comes after, and then fix up this whole other section, because I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, please a like, please subscribe, please turn on those bell notifications, and also you should probably comment some ideas if you have any. I'd really appreciate some ideas for anything that you think would help with this book. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye!